Yes, who?
Angela Rippon.
Wrong, but you were very close.
Well, are you ready for it?
Pardon?
Breakfast.
No, I never eat breakfast.
Oh, now you ought to eat something. You're all skin and bone. You look like a walking pipe cleaner. Here, have some toast. That'll keep your pecker up.
My pecker's perfectly all right as it is, thank you very much.
How about a boiled egg?
Oh, no, thank you. I couldn't eat an egg. Oh, especially when you think where they come from. Puts me right off. I'll just have a cup of tea.
Neville, could I be personal for a moment?
If you must.
Well, I happened to go in the bathroom this morning and I got quite a shock.
Oh, no, I'm the same. I look dreadful first thing in the morning.
I'm talking about those pink underpants hanging over the wash basin.
Well, don't you like pink?
Well, it's not the colour I'm objecting to. It's what was written right across the front. Handle with care.
I got them from Blackpool. They're all the rage there. The pair I've got on today say Britain's secret weapon.
They don't.
They do. Oh, sure, look. Have a look. Suit yourself? What's this here?
Oh, yes, that's for you.
Oh, it's from my friend Bobby. You know, the one I sold the fish and chip shop to in Blackpool. Oh, what a beautiful smell.
Ozone.
No, salt and vinegar. I wonder what he wants. I hope everything's all right. You wouldn't like to read it for me, would you?
Me?
Oh, well, it might be bad news. I can't bear to read bad news.
Oh, well, all right, then. Hello, Chuck. Just a few lines to tell you all the news and cheer you up.
Oh, isn't that nice?
You remember Mrs. Parkington? She's run off with Cyril Kershaw.
No, I never. Oh, Fatty Kershaw. I always thought he was the other way. Still, you live and learn. There's hope for us all. Go on.
Betty Wilmot's having another. Charlie Evans has got it again, and the vicar's been in bed all week with Flo.
Willow? The vicar's been in bed all week with flu.
Oh, sorry.
Right, I'll read the rest. The chip shop's doing very well, and the sales have gone up. Hope yours has too. Mush dash now before me lard gets hard. It's yours, Bobby. Oh, isn't that nice?
Don't forget it's payday today. The wage packets are made up if you want to take them across.
I'll pop across in a minute. Do you know, I rather like being a boss. It's quite nice to think of us sitting here sipping tea while that lot are over there slaving away.
All right, twist me another one, Wilf.
Tea up.
Great. And one more, try another.
Morning, staff.
Morning, Mr. Neville.
Neville, would you like a taste of my brew?
Oh, no, thank you, Ma. I've got too much respect for my stomach.
Oh, your dad used to swear by my tea.
I'm not surprised. How's your rock, cock?
Mr. Neville.
Oh, well. Oh, pay up. Come on, fall in, single file.
Go.
Marilyn?
Thank you, Mr. Neville. Can I say something?
Yes, dear.
Well, there's a couple of small points I'd like to bring to your attention.
I wouldn't exactly call them small.
Not them. No, it keeps going up and down.
What does?
My income tax, it fluctuates.
Oh, you'll have to take that up with the tax man. What's the other point?
Well, I'd like to ask your advice on a small personal matter. It's my boyfriend. He wants to take a photo of me in the nude.
Oh, the fruity old thing. He'll catch his death of cold.
Not him, me. Well, what shall I do?
Oh, well, if I were you, I'd wear your bikini and tell him to use his imagination. Next.
Next, Ma, Mr.
There
Neville.
we are, Ma. Don't spend it all at once.
No, I won't. I'm saving up for my holidays. I'm going abroad.
Oh, that's nice. The Isle of Capri.
No, Isle of Man.
Why don't you do what Bobby and I did? We went camping.
In a tent?
No, we went to one of those holiday camps. You know the sort of place I mean, where they blow a whistle at 6 o'clock in the morning for everybody to get back to their own rooms.
Oh, you are awful. You're just like your dad.
Next.
Next one. Oh, that's clear, Mr. Neville.
We are clear.
Oh, Ta.
And what are you going to do with yourself this weekend?
Oh, tomorrow I'm going to watch our football team.
Oh, you like football, do you?
Yeah, I just love to see all those big men running about in shorts, especially Butch Parker.
Oh, Butch, is he? Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, he's lovely. He could score with me any time.
Cleo, control yourself.
Oh, I can't help it, Mr. Neville. He turns me on. He's big and handsome, and he's got thighs like oak trees. Cool, I could eat him.
I'm feeling a bit peckish myself. Next.
Next one. Oh, Percy. You're next. Come on, wake up.
We are, Percy.
Thank you. Let's see. Mr. Neville?
Yes.
What about my emoluments?
You what?
Well, they're not big enough.
Well, that's nothing to do with me. Show them to your doctor. Next.
Next. Next. They're never here with Neville. Oh, it's me. I'm next. Thank you, Mr. Neville.
Neville, the holiday camp's been on the phone.
If it's about the writing on the Shelley wall, that wasn't me.
No. They've ordered over 100 cases of rock.
Well, that's marvellous. Well, come on, everybody. Let's get cracking. Didn't you hear what I said?
Yeah, we'd like to oblige you, Mr. Neville, but we've got a slight problem with the sugar.
What's wrong with the sugar?
We haven't got any.
Well, can't we order some?
Well, we could, but we've got a slight problem with the money.
Don't say we haven't got any of that either.
Look, we haven't paid a bill for 6 months.
Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Right, calm yourself down.
Yes,
No good screaming. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We have to be calm and examine the facts. Now, then, we haven't got any sugar because we haven't got any money. Now, we could make some money by selling some rock. But we can't do that because we haven't got any sugar, on account of we haven't got any money. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Mr. Neville, I've got some money. There you are. Very good.
How much do we owe, Wilf?
£1,268.
It's not quite enough, is it?
You better hang on to that, Ma. You'll need that in the Isle of Man. I shall have to go to the bank. Perhaps they'll lend us some.
Oh, you must be joking. The only way you'll get any money out of our bank is to rob it.
You're underestimating my powers of persuasion. Bank managers are only human, you know, like us all.
Mr. Neville, he might want to see your assets.
I'm game. It's for a good cause.
I think you're wasting your time.
You haven't got much faith in me, have you?
How did you guess?
We'll see. A little flattery and a bit of buttering up. I shall have that bank manager eating out of my hand. Have a banana.
Thank you, no. Sit down, Mr. Sutcliffe.
I bent my hand. Oh, what a lovely bank you have here.
It's drafty, it's noisy, the colour scheme gives me a headache.
Oh, is that your wife? Oh, what an attractive woman. One can see by just looking at her how fond of you she is. How is she?
Extremely well. She left me yesterday for another man.
You still got the dog, I hope.
Oh, yes.
Thank God for that.
It bit me this morning.
But you've got your work.
Oh, I hate it.
You don't.
Oh, I do. You don't know what it's like sitting here day after day listening to people asking for overdrafts. That's all they ever want, overdrafts, money for this, money for that. I can't take much more of it. I don't mind telling you there are days when I wish I'd never come into this office.
I know exactly what you mean.
Anyway, what can I do for you?
Well, I don't like to ask you, really.
Oh, nonsense. Come along. What is it?
Well, excuse me, Mr. Robinson. The security men are here.
Oh, thank you, Miss Lloyd. Forgive me, Mr. Sutcliffe. I shan't be a moment.
Miss Lloyd, take the day off. Now then. Hello? Give me some wrong numbers. Oh, what's that? Looks like a button. Whatever it is, it doesn't work. The seat of power. Well, Sutcliffe, how much would you like? 30,000? 40,000? Name your figure. I was just keeping your seat warm for you.
So, it's an overdraft you want, eh?
Just a teeny-weeny one.
And what can you offer? What can you offer as security?
Well, I could let you have my dangler.
Dangler? I'm sorry, Mr. Sir Sutcliffe, but we'll need rather more than that, I'm afraid. We can't just hand out money willy-nilly to any Tom, Dick or Harry.
How about a Neville?
Excuse me.
Somebody's in trouble.
Yes.
Oh, look, they're stopping here.
When you were keeping my seat warm, you didn't by any chance press that button, did you?
Oh, yes, I did, but it's broken.
That is the alarm bell to the police station, you blithering idiot!
Hey, temper, temper!
You realize what you've done, you silly little
Help!
man?
Help!
You need the police here!
Oh, right,
Let me go! What on earth are you doing?
What are you doing to our manager?
Manager? I thought he was committing a felony.
Yes, he's broken my dangler.
Who pressed the alarm button?
Oh, well, I can explain.
I don't wish to hear that. Just get out of here and never let me see you again, understand?
Yes, but-
No, just get out! I expect the police to protect me, not beat me up. Sick!
Mr. Robinson,
What?
does this mean I don't get an overdraft?
Out, out, out!
It's no good, Dorothy. We've had it. We're in Queer Street.
No, we're not. Everything's fine.
Eh?
Come and meet Mr. Pemberton. This is my half-brother, Neville. Neville, this is Mr. Pemberton.
How do you do?
How do you do?
He's an old friend of Daddy's, and he's going to let us have the money.
How do you do?
Oh, don't mention it, lad. That money's yours just as soon as you name the day.
How about tomorrow?
I like a lad with a sense of humour. Well, I better go and tell our Fiona the good news. I'll send her round tonight. Oh, fingers crossed, eh? I let myself out, Dorothy.
He's a funny ossity, isn't he?
Well, what does it matter so long as he's going to let us have the money?
What's all this fingers crossed business? And who's Fiona, his wife?
No, he's a widower. Fiona is his daughter. And she has to approve, you see, before he'll let us have the money.
Approve of the business, you mean?
No, approve of you.
Me?
Yes, and if she likes you, she'll accept your proposal of marriage.
Marriage? Me? I'd sooner be in Queer Street.
Oh, Miss Dorothy, if you don't mind my saying so, you look beautiful tonight.
Oh, thank you.
You know, when I came in and saw you standing there, I got an ache in the heart.
Oh, well, I know how to cure that.
You do?
Bicarbonate of soda.
Oh, well. Where's the reluctant Romeo?
Oh, he's upstairs, preparing for his meeting with Fiona.
Oh, I hope she takes to him.
Oh, she'd better, otherwise we're all out on the street.
Miss Dorothy, he's not exactly a ladies' man, is he?
Oh, now, don't worry. That's all been taken care of. I told him to be more masculine and sexy.
That'll be the day.
How do I look?
Marvellous. Where have you left your horse?
Oh, what are you going to do to the girl? Tie her up and brand her?
I'll have you know this is the very latest fashion, guaranteed to turn any woman on.
Well, it doesn't turn me on.
If you're going to argue about it, we can call the whole thing off.
Now, Neville, you promised.
I've gone right off the idea of marrying this fella's daughter. Has he not got a son?
You can't marry his son.
No, but you could.
Well, he hasn't got one, so it is up to you, Neville, to make the sacrifice.
Oh, all right.
I mean, you know what to do, don't you?
Of course I know what to do. All I've got to do is ask her to marry me.
Not right away.
No, you've you've got to woo her first.
I've never wooed anybody before. I don't know how to go about it.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Dorothy, excuse me. This is man's talk. You've got to get her in the mood first. Compliment her, flatter her, then give her one.
Give her one what?
Well, a kiss. Then, when her defences are down, you do it.
Do what?
You pop it, pop the question.
That'll be her. Let her in, Will.
Don't forget.
I don't feel very well.
Now, nonsense. All you've got to do is propose.
What's she like, this Fiona? Is she young?
Youngish.
She pretty?
Pretty-ish.
I think I'll go.
This way, Miss Fiona Pemberton.
Oh, what a shame you've just missed Neville. He had to go to Blackpool. Bobby's had trouble with his chipper.
Ooh. Take no notice, Fiona. It's just his little joke, isn't it, Neville?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Very amusing.
Well, now, we'll leave you two together.
Must you go?
Yes, come on, Will.
Well,
Well,
it's been a funny sort of a day, hasn't it?
why don't we sit down?
What a good idea.
Sit over here. Next to me. I like your outfit.
Thank you.
I find it very stimulating.
Oh, that's nice.
It makes you look so virile.
It's very warm in here.
Oh, I'm quite chilly.
I'll put the fire on for you.
No, don't go. Daddy said you had something to ask me.
Yes.
Well, go on then. Ask me.
Well,
Yes.
that is to say...
Yes.
Or to put it another way...
Yes.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, Neville, don't be shy.
Well, I can't help it. I've led a very sheltered life.
Look me in the eyes. Put your hand on my heart.
Oh, I daren't. It's warm.
Oh, can't you feel your libido rising?
I think it's these tight trousers.
Oh, come on, Neville. Out with it. Still, you had to ask me.
Will you marry me?
Oh, this is so sudden.
Well, if you want to think it over for an hour or so... Who is it?
I thought I'd just pop in, Mr. Neville, and tell you we've had a consignment of sugar and we're back in production again.
Oh,
Is everything all right? You've gone white.
I feel white. I've decided to scrub my nuptials.
Well, that sounds very painful.
My marriage nuptials.
Scrub your marriage? No, you can't do that.
I can. Do you know what people get up to when they get married?
Well, I've got a rough idea.
I've just been reading about it in this book. It's put me right off.
Oh, don't let that worry you.
I wouldn't mind. I'm only up to page 3.
You'll get the hang of it in time.
I don't want to get the hang of it. Look at this. Look at that picture.
My God, he's a big fella, isn't he?
There's another one here. Look at that. Look.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it?
Do you think they're acrobats?
I don't know. I think he ought to have taken his socks off, don't you? Yeah, any more?
No, yes, there is. There's plenty, but you can't look. It's too disgusting.
Look, some people enjoy this.
No, I can't do it, Wilf. I can't.
Look, you'll get used to it.
I don't want to get used to it.
Yeah, what's going to happen to the rock factory, then? Oh, we're all going to finish up the knackers yard, aren't we?
That's where I'll be if I get up to those sort of things. Apart from that, I've got a bad back. No, it's no good, Wilf. I've made up my mind. It's definitely off.
Neville, your bride-to-be is here, and she wants to talk to you about the arrangements.
Good. So do I.
Do you know, Wilf, I think Neville's beginning to like the idea of getting married.
Fiona?
Good morning, my little cherub.
Fiona, there's something very important I must discuss with you about us, the wedding, and our future.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Now, I'd like one straight away.
One what?
A baby!
A baby! There's something very important I've got to say to you.
And I've got something very important to say to you, too. But I can't tell you how happy I am.
No, please.
No. Let me finish. Now, I know I'm not beautiful or anything, and I honestly never thought that any man would want to marry me. And now you've come along, and I can't tell you how happy I am. Oh, you're a wonderful person. Well, you're so kind and generous, and you've made me the happiest girl in the world. Now, what was the important thing that you had to say to me?
Am I going to have a white wedding? Well, that's it.
Yes, Wilf told me. How did she take it?
I couldn't bring myself to tell her. It would have broken her heart. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You can go through with it.
I'd rather kill myself. That's all you think about is money, money, money. Well, I'm not going to marry Fiona, and that's it.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'm going to see Mr. Pemberton and tell him the truth. At least his heart won't be broken.
No, something else might be.
Cheers, Dad.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
You saw Mr. Pemberton?
I did.
I've just been telling the staff they're out of a job.
Well, you better go and tell them that they've been reinstated.
Reinstated? Well, how? I mean, where's the money coming from?
Mr. Pemberton.
You mean he's still going to finance us?
Yes, he's coming round later to finalise the date for the wedding.
You and Fiona are going to get married after all?
No, Dad and you. I told him you were wild about him.
I'm afraid there's been a most terrible mistake. No, you see what? No, will you please explain? I'm sorry.
No, it's not mine. I bought it for Dorothy. That's if I ever get her to the altar. Thanks ever so much for watching. Hope we'll see you next week. Good night. God bless. Yes?
Who? Angela Rippon.
Wrong, but you were very close.
Well, are you ready for it?
Pardon?
Breakfast.
breakfast?
No, I never eat breakfast.
Oh, now you ought to eat something. You're all skin and bone. You look like a walking pipe cleaner. Here, have some toast. That'll keep your pecker up.
My pecker's perfectly all right as it is, thank you very much.
How about a boiled egg?
Oh, no, thank you. I couldn't eat an egg. Oh, especially when you think where they come from. Puts me right off. I'll just have a cup of tea.
Neville, could I be personal for a moment?
If you must.
Well, I happened to go in the bathroom this morning and I got quite a shock.
Oh, no, I'm the same. I look dreadful first thing in the morning.
I'm talking about those pink underpants hanging over the wash basin.
Well, don't you like pink?
Well, it's not the colour I'm objecting to. It's what was written right across the front. Handle with care.
I got them from Blackpool. They're all the rage there. The pair I've got on today say Britain's secret weapon.
They don't.
They do. Oh, sure, look. Have a look. Suit yourself. What's this here?
Oh, yes, that's for you.
Oh, it's from my friend Bobby. You know, the one I sold the fish and chip shop to in Blackpool. Oh, what a beautiful smell.
Ozone.
No, salt and vinegar. I wonder what he wants. I hope everything's all right. You wouldn't like to read it for me, would you?
Me?
Oh, well, it might be bad news. I can't bear to read bad news.
Oh, well, all right, then. Hello, Chuck. Just a few lines to tell you all the news and cheer you up.
Oh, isn't that nice?
You remember Mrs. Parkington?